Have you ever pushed your health aside, thinking, I'll deal with it later? That was Roberto's story. At 40, everything seemed perfect. A loving family, a steady job, a beautiful home filled with warmth and laughter. From the outside, it looked like he had it all. But behind the facade, something darker was brewing. Roberto ignored the quiet warning signs his body was sending him. The constant fatigue, no matter how much he slept. The unrelenting thirst that water couldn't quench. He chalked it up to stress, the inevitable toll of a busy life. He thought he was invincible, brushing off those small inconveniences. But our bodies have a way of forcing us to listen, and Roberto was about to get a wake-up call he couldn't ignore. That day started like any other, but it ended in a cold, sterile doctor's office, the kind of place where time seems to slow down and the air is thick with dread. The doctor's words struck him like a thunderbolt: type 2 diabetes. In that moment, everything changed. All those little symptoms he'd dismissed now made terrifying sense. This wasn't just a condition. It felt like a life sentence. His mind raced. Was this the beginning of a future filled with medication, endless restrictions, and constant worry? That night, Roberto stood in front of the mirror. He barely recognized the man looking back. His reflection was that of a man defeated, his eyes shadowed with sadness and fear. The vibrant world he once knew felt cold, bleak, and fragile. The life he had worked so hard to build now seemed like it could shatter at any moment. But Roberto wasn't the type to stay down for long. The initial shock and despair began to wear off, replaced by something more powerful: determination. He refused to let this diagnosis define him. He wasn't going to accept a future of limitations. He was going to fight back. So he did what many of us do when faced with uncertainty. He turned to the internet. He spent countless hours searching for answers, digging through forums, articles, and stories from people who had been in his shoes. And that's when he discovered it: GlucoTrust. At first, he was skeptical. Could this really help? But as he learned about the natural ingredients and the science behind it, his skepticism turned into cautious hope. He read stories of others who had felt just as lost and had found renewed vitality with GlucoTrust. This wasn't here about a magic pill. It was about giving his body the support it needed to heal itself. With a deep breath, he decided to take the leap. He placed his order. When the bottle arrived, it felt like more than just a supplement. It felt like a weapon, a new tool in his fight for his health. He followed the instructions carefully, and slowly but surely he began to feel a difference. It wasn't instant, but the changes were steady, building momentum over time. Weeks passed, and Roberto noticed a shift. The chronic exhaustion that had haunted him for so long began to lift. He woke up feeling rested, energized, more like himself. The constant thirst started to fade, and with it, his energy levels soared. He was no longer just getting through the day. He was living it. For the first time in ages, Roberto had the energy to fully engage with his family. He laughed more, smiled more, and felt more connected to the life he had almost lost. He started walking with his wife after dinner. He had the strength to play with his kids in the backyard, kicking the ball around until they were all out of breath, laughing and soaking in the moment. He was making healthier choices, not because he felt deprived, but because he wanted to fuel his body for the active, vibrant life he was creating. GlucoTrust wasn't a shortcut. It was the catalyst that gave him the foundation to make lasting changes. It provided him with the energy and stability he needed to take control of his health. The real moment of truth came during his follow-up appointment. As he walked into the doctor's office, his nerves were at an all-time high. This time, though, the anxiety was different. It was laced with hope. And when the doctor looked at his charts, then at him, there was a moment of silence. The doctor's eyes widened. "Your numbers are significantly better," he said, a note of surprise in his voice. His blood sugar was under control. His health was improving. The doctor wasn't just impressed with the test results. He could see the transformation in Roberto. He was healthier, more vibrant, more alive. With his doctor's approval, Roberto was able to reduce his reliance on medication, and eventually he no longer needed them at all. Tossing those pill bottles into the trash was one of the most liberating moments of his life. It wasn't just about health. It was about freedom. He wasn't just surviving anymore. He was living. And his family could see the difference. The fear and worry that had clouded their faces were gone. In its place was joy, relief, and the return of the man they loved. Roberto had his life back, a life full of vitality, laughter, and hope for the future. This is a powerful reminder that a diagnosis doesn't have to be the end of your story. It can be the beginning of something new, a chance to reclaim control and take charge of your health. If Roberto can turn his life around, so can you. If you're tired of feeling like your health is holding you back, it's time to make a change. Don't wait for the wake-up call. Don't accept a life defined by limitations and medications. The same support that helped Roberto is available to you right now. Imagine waking up with energy, feeling in control, and having the vitality to truly live your life to the fullest. It's closer than you think. All it takes is the first step. Click the link now to begin your own transformation with GlucoTrust. Your future self will thank you. Are you ready to take the first step? We hope Roberto's journey inspired you. If you want more stories like this, or if you have any questions about health, let us know in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel for more insights on how to support your health and well-being. And if this story resonated with you, don't forget to share it with someone who needs to hear it. Click now, take action, and change your life.